So that's how we'll start this off. Let me make sure everything's turned up. Yeah, the microphone's on. Um, I was offline documenting a few things, and we'll start over. You know, last time there was some weirdo on here named Chief Handler. Yeah, and I noticed he's been on a bunch of different people's videos, and he's really yeah, if he's not the devil himself, he's a top gang stalker working for the CIA that I really don't give two fucks about. But anyways, as you can tell, I haven't mentioned him in any of my videos really. So as I'm talking, uh, you're gonna notice that I go through what all the TIs try to express and explain to everybody who either acts like they don't understand them or really don't understand them because the person is really so uh, their nerves have been worked that day to the point to where they know what they want to say, but they can't really get it out because they've been being worked on from when they wake up to when they go to sleep. So, you know, which is one of the main reasons that I'm doing what I'm doing. Um, so people can get a clear understanding of what we're talking about. I want you guys to get a visual, and I'm going to show you as well because we are on live. But I was just expressing to people um, the different tactics that are being used and why it's so hard to get any sort of peace in order to be able to have any sort of concentration, be able to concentrate. um, Normally. And when you're dealing with noise confusion, when you're getting hit with duels, when you're dealing with this all day constantly, it's manipulation, 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 manipulation. It's tactic after 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 tactic. They have so many different ways of intruding on your privacy and on your personal privacy, your personal being, by doing things like hitting you with these weapons. In my case, they drive around the block all day and all night. A lot of these cars, they don't accelerate until they get right here, and you'll notice that. Why is that? Because they have these direct energy weapons hooked up to their engines that literally run off the power of the engine, right? So when they accelerate, you know, they're putting all those horses or all that engine power into this weapon, and it's directed towards you, and this goes on all day. So it makes it hard for you to concentrate and get um, your train of thought together, to get your sentences out together, to get your thoughts out smoothly without breaking them up and sounding crazy, sort of like I just kind of started off, but I'm making it back to where I was at. You'll notice all the loud cars driving past. And these aren't even loud cars. It's just they make a certain noise and it's emitting a certain energy, right? Which, when it's done to, when it's directed at an individual, it totally distorts everything that they have going on. So we got these loud noises, and then we have these cars that are running as I'm speaking. You can tell that my focus is focused out here, right? These cars are running and blowing right through the stop sign. So that horn that just that was supposed to stop my train of thought. It was supposed to distract me to where I couldn't get out what I was trying to tell you, which is that along with the fact that they're doing that and that, they're blowing through this stop sign as well as driving past in these white vans hitting me with direct energy weapons. The majority of these cars that are driving around here right now have direct energy weapons, cars and vans. I think the van is actually pulled over because it just drove past. They like to go across the street and park. You can't get a package every motherfucking day. Like, what the fuck are you doing? Let's just be real. I'm not slow. I'm 40 years old and I'm not, I don't play stupid, and I'm not going to allow for anybody to play me like I'm stupid. When I say tactic after tactic after tactic after tactic after tactic, that's what I mean. They got so much going on outside directed at me. And this is to distort my whole thinking process, um, distort what I'm trying to say to you, make it sound un, you know, make what I'm saying, sound basically unrecognizable. Like, you can't, ununderstandable. You just can't understand what I'm trying to say to you because I'm speaking to you in broken pieces, and that's what happens when you're getting hit from up top, from all around, probably from under the ground as well. Because, like I said, the house starts to tilt, right? Somehow they can tilt this house, and it's. I'm not even. I know what it is, but a lot of people out there, their minds just can't grasp what I'm saying. They're not there. Um, on the other hand, I've been going through this for so long that I can tell you pretty much everything about everything. And I can tell you that there's demons involved. Um, I can tell you that they are using these blue lights for a purpose. Um, they're real DNA first and foremost, with the nano technology, the nanoparticles, the Morgellon fibers, these little silk fibers that fall just magically out of the air, and you can feel them on your skin. You think there's bugs crawling all over you, and it's these little white hairs, silky hairs that seem like they're alive. And I'm gonna get a hold of a few of them and do a video just so I can show you exactly what I'm talking about. And this is what a lot of people are going through and can't put it together. Can't They don't really know what's going on because they're being hit with so many different things at one time that they can't get their mind together. They can't get enough um, focus to realize what's going on because there's so much going on to them and around them. It makes it hard for them to, focus in on one thing. So I've been able to do that, you know, and it hasn't been easy, but I can definitely tell you pretty much everything about everything when it comes to this, as well as them, the neighbors. Yeah, I got some alien neighbors or something. These guys are clearly aliens, and I'm not finna even play. I've been seeing reptilians around here. Um, it's been crazy. So they're using all of this. I mean, they're using all of this, and they pop up in the TV. I mean, yeah, it's tons of stuff going on to a real targeted individual. So I understand, but I understand why they're not able to express what they're going through because they're going through so much. But that's why I'm here. I'm here to make it as clear as possible. And I could care less if you're not interested. Then you can just go ahead and skip on past. You know, because clearly this is a major part of history. This is a major part of what's going on right now, and we are a major part of what's supposed to happen and what's happening. And that's why we're being targeted. This isn't just these people don't move like that. They don't just target anybody for no reason. And if you're not worth anything, then they're gonna leave you right where you're at, worthless. Um, it's clear that we're here to usher in and help people. Um, but usher in, whatever the Most High has planned for us to move in. And this operation is meant, just like a lot of other things, but I think this operation has been going on since I was born. But it's meant for you to stop you from achieving your destiny and who you're supposed to be in life. Um, these demons are breakthrough stoppers. That every time you are getting ready to have a breakthrough in your life, these demons are there and they don't go anywhere, but they're there to stop every breakthrough that you're supposed to have in your life, which is why every time something starts to go good, out of nowhere it gets ruined. Um, you can never get ahead in life. What's good, bro? Talk to me. Yeah. All right. So, yeah, that was a distraction right there, and now the dog's about to start doing what she does. Like I said, um, be quiet. These things are here to steal you, to stop you from moving into your purpose, right? So if it's not one thing, it's another. I mean, you hear the dog in there right now. She's about to start, and there's nothing going on. But me talking and expressing to you what happens with the targeted individual. So let me continue. There's a craft that's flying over the house all day, every day, as you can hear. Right. So what they're gonna do all day is they're gonna be driving past, so you can't hear that. Slightly sounds like there's a plane out there that's flying past, but it's not. It's stationary, whatever it is up there. So being hit from above in every angle, um, man, I gotta set it up to where you guys can actually see the background and see all the traffic all day, every day, and why I say I'm being hit from outside, everywhere around and above, right? And the different things that they use, the different tactics. I know I got it on the computer. These entities popping up on the TV. It all sounds crazy, but this is real. But this is all stuff that's being done to a target individual. They're working on you constantly, working, 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 working. So you can't never get out the important stuff. You can't talk about what people understand, like nanotechnology, um, biotechnology, nanoparticles, Morgellon fibers, um, them changing your DNA with these Morgellon fibers, and then all these bright blue lights driving past all day, hitting you in the face, which alters your DNA. This all this does something to you, right? Yeah. So it's always there's another bus right there. There don't even be nobody on these buses. I'm gonna show y'all though. You're gonna see these entities all around this. Watch. Hey, I got a room in your house for you. Have you ever drove from state to state? But not far. Shit, you know, I'm from Minnesota. So I'm about to start brotherly. I'm about to go down there and help my dad set up his grove. I'm about to set up just leaving there on this sleep. If you want to get in, if you want to get out there, you don't learn how. I already know how to go set up. That's that shit. So up here and him. Let me know when you need. I'm ordering the shit right now. The pops is about to get it. You need I'll let you know for free right away. I'm just telling you, we're gonna go down there and set this shit up. Look, I got a brother down there too that can help you out with clients and everything. We don't even need that look. Because I'm my friend. But Brody can be hooked in if you I mean you can lock in there. You know what I'm saying? Everybody we're not pushing nobody out. Yeah. Especially with my real thing, I'm on the door. Look, I'm on with you. Straight up, bro. Because I'm about to get the cooking shit on. Come on, nigga. I'm shaking every tree. All right. Every tree. I already know you want it. So, yeah, bro. Yeah, exactly. Right. Right. All right, bro. Yeah. So you know, it's looking like if you're a strong-minded individual, clearly you're not easily broken. You can't be broken easy. And this is why, you know, you might feel like it hurts, but trust and believe that you got to understand how powerful you are. And this is why they're going as hard as they're going on you, because you're not easily manipulated. You're not going along with what they want. Even though you've been going through it for so many years, you've been taking loss after loss, blow after blow, and you're standing up like a champ. They're going to keep on coming and keeping on coming. But this is, consider this, if you can keep your mind focused, if you can keep your head on straight, if you can figure out how to move around without letting a lot of these things get to you, you'll see in the end that you've been put through the fire, you've been put through the acid test, the purification test, to see if you're as real. To see if you're up, to see if you're real gold. You've been through the test, and this is what's gonna make you or break you. A lot of people have been broken because they couldn't put together the pieces, but I'm here to help you guys put together the pieces. And not just for the people who don't understand that want to understand, but for the people that are going through it that don't understand and know that they're going through it and are still trying to figure it out. You're dealing with a spiritual war that has government implications. And they're using high level technology to put you in like a almost like not a dream state, but a state of confusion, a permanent state of confusion, to where it feels like there's no light, there's no getting out of it. Um, and they're using tactics to achieve this manipulation. Street theater, demonic entities, noise confusion, which is what you hear right now. You hear the honk, um, and that's standard in any targeted individual's life. This is what you're gonna hear. You're gonna hear that. You're gonna hear all that. So that's to stop you from, moving into your purpose, and also just keeping you stagnated, keeping you stuck, keeping you confused. If they can't do you like they can do everybody else, they got some type of way that they can stop you or at least postpone you for the time being, to where they can come up with another tactic and use that on you. But if you're not easily broken, if you're not easily manipulated, they're gonna have to keep on working. So with me, they keep it going from when I go to sleep to when I wake up. And they got so many different ways. If you look behind me right there above that lamp, you can see it looks like an alien face. And you see how the camera just changed when I told you that. Well, that's a demonic entity right there. Don't be no fool. I know it is, and I know what they're doing. I mean, you don't got to be a rocket scientist, and if you were here to just see how it looked, you'd understand. But you'll see a lot of shadows and different things. And it's not no light manipulation. It's not people outside pointing lights in here, making it do the, no, these are real demonic entities that have been sent to stop me from, giving you this information the way it's supposed to be given. The way people out there are trying to express themselves, but they can't get out because they're being hit with direct energy weapons. They're being hit with the street theater. They're being hit with the noise confusion. They're being hit with all these different tactics of manipulation to distort their surroundings. Give me 1 second, real quick. I gotta take a call. But yeah, I'm just here to, as a breath of fresh air, and it's been a crazy little journey, but I promise you, even the sad days is worth it. This isn't I mean, what is life without a challenge? You know, and especially if it's being served to you, where I mean, it's one thing to feel like you have a purpose, but to definitely know, and to see that there are people. I can't even say people because we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities. We got these entities that are really set on stopping certain individuals from achieving their purpose, and they have succeeded in many cases. But right now, I can honestly tell you that I've never been one to fail, even that, even in the hardest times. So, I really feel like I'm here to crack the case. And I'm going to give it to you exactly the way that they've been serving it to me, except I'm going to give it to you in the language that you can understand. See, they're dealing with me in only a way that I can understand, right? And everybody else around seems to be blinded. And I clearly understand if you're not blinded, you're working with these people. But I understand if you're blinded, I can see how, you know, along with the what we feel like is our government, along with them demonic entities to achieve their major, um, you know, to achieve whatever plan they have going down. Um, yeah, it gets kind of confusing at certain times. So you just bear with me. And like I said, I'm not just dealing with being hit with weapons from up there, but I'm also being hit with the noise, confusion, and everything that's going on around. Um, I'm being directed, targeted with a lot of different energies and a lot of different things that the average individual isn't being hit with. So not only am I being hit with all the stuff outside like this, while I'm trying to talk to you all day, every day, this is constantly, but I'm also being hit with these Morgellon fibers that just fall out of the sky mysteriously. These little silk fibers that I'll show some pictures of, and they seem like they're alive. That's all I can say is that they are alive. But I didn't know what they were using the nanotechnology for at first, but now I know that those are being used to alter people's DNA, especially the people that it's being used on. Um, so if you didn't catch COVID, if you didn't get the shot, then more than likely you're being targeted like this, along with all the other metals and things that they're putting in the air. I just had to do a metal parasite cleanse the other day, and I would suggest you go and do that too by Guru Nada. Right, these folks right here go and get you one. It's a parasite cleanse, and it's not going to stop everything, but it's a start. So these fibers get into you, and then they, a lot of target individuals been getting hit with the lights in their face all day. Well, do your research. These blue lights that you've been getting hit with, along with these Morgellon fibers in your DNA, alter your DNA. If you don't believe it, go and do your research and find out what's really going on. So if you didn't get the shot, they didn't figure it out a way. If you didn't catch a COVID, they didn't figure it out a way to get this stuff up in you, regardless. Um, it's looking like that was just something aimed at the targeted individuals anyway. It wiped out a lot of people. At the end of the day, these people are they got a real sick plan going on, you know. And I'm not even finna get off into that. I wanna stay focused on what's going on with the other targeted individuals and myself and the things that are being used on us. And I'm going to express the things that they are trying to say, but they're up under so much heavy manipulation and being targeted so heavily that they can't get their minds together enough to even get a sentence out. And I'm here to breathe for them and talk for them, because I'm going to tell you once again, here we go again with I'm going to tell you what they've been trying to tell you, and that a lot of them don't even know what they're going through. And I hope that this will enlighten you. You're up under heavy demonic people. They've been sending demons at you. Okay. Right along with that, the government's working with these entities, right? So they're using holograms and everything. I mean, a lot of the stuff that's going on around you is specifically targeted at you and you only. Your neighbors might have to deal with it, but this is targeted at you. And they're spending a lot of money. My sister just came over earlier. I don't even think she realized what she told me, but I heard the helicopter flying around outside, right? I heard, and I'm seeing all the traffic. And then she said, "Yeah, well, somebody's house got battle ram down there by the four-way." I know a lot of those people down there, they're not in nothing. I don't think anybody's house got battle ram. I don't think anybody's house got battle ram. I feel like they were directing traffic because all this traffic just kept coming up here every day. Whenever I leave up out of this house to go anywhere, as soon as I get up to the top of that hill, they got a whole. I'm talking about there's cars for miles. Traffic has never been like this around here. Why are they doing this? Well, they know that it bothers you, and a lot of these people are pointing direct energy weapons at you. A lot of them have them directly hooked up to their car, but there is craft following you, and they don't want you paying attention to your rear view or what's going on above you because of all this manipulation that's going on. So they know what bothers you, so they know that you're going to pay attention to all of these cars because that's what catches your attention. You're gonna see, damn, this is crazy. Why is all these? And that's what you're gonna gravitate towards, that totally forgetting to pay attention to what's going on above you and behind you. Right? There are craft following you. There are craft on the side of you, above you. More than likely, you've been seeing a lot of orange lights that look like street lights, the old ones, not the bright ones that are out there right now, but the old street lights. Those are craft. A lot of blue lights, bluish, uh, that metal halide type blue. Uh, a lot of those are craft. Now, me being who I am, I can't say that everybody's going through what I'm going through. I can't say that everybody, I know everybody isn't going through what I'm going through. Everybody isn't. Everybody has a purpose. Everybody has but many are called, but few are chosen. And I happen to be. I didn't, even, I didn't want to accept it, but I'm one of the chosen ones. And you know, it's not hard to see once you see what's going on around me personally, which is why I'm starting to document it. the way I'm documenting things, and I'm giving you the insight that I'm giving you, and I'm going to show you how and what and when these things are being done, when they're being done, the way that they're being done, and why they're being done at certain times. It's going to be a mixture of all those things, but not always in the same order, not always in the same order, but right along those lines. And right now I'm starting to get sick to my stomach, like I'm starting to feel like I gotta throw up, and I know when that happens. So if the noise, if whatever weapon above and the rest of the weapons that they're using along with the entities doesn't stop you from saying or getting out the important things that you need to say or the message that you need to say, they'll hit you with something that'll make you feel like you want to throw up. Like I said, they got tactic upon tactic upon tactic upon tactic. These people got a playbook this motherfucking thing, right? And it's growing. So trust and believe. This is just one of the days that I'm talking to you, but this goes on every day for me. And I can see now, if I'm not careful, if I'm not eating right, if I'm not sleeping right, if I'm not doing what's right for my body and my mind, these entities can easily slip in. They might not be able to control you, but they can manipulate things around you to the point to where you'll feel like you're being controlled, and everything will feel chaotic, and everything will feel like it's just confusion, and you'll be confused. I'll be confused. So I'm gonna give it to you the best way I can, and I'm gonna give it to you the way that they're giving it to me. But that's pretty much, you know, um, that's not everything. It's not even close. But that's where we'll start. That's pretty much where I'm gonna start with it, and I'm gonna give it to you like that. Yeah, that's pretty much what's going on with me. Um, there's always some type of craft hovering over the house all day, every day. I wanted to say it was a drone. I wanted to say that it was, you know, everything other than what I really, know it is, and that's it's some type of spaceship, and if it's not accompanied by one of ours, hello, excuse me. Yeah, so that was one of the bank stalkers calling. Yeah, I'm not even going. My temple's throbbing, you know, feeling a little shaky right now. So give me a second. This is what happens with the direct energy weapons and the sound and all of that. Yeah, it all has a purpose. And like I said, all these people driving past have a purpose. Even though you can't see them, you can hear them. This is constantly. This is all day. So just imagine sleeping by a freeway, but you're not by a freeway. You're in a neighborhood where people are not even supposed to speed. I think the speed limit around here is probably like 15 miles per hour, but they're blowing right through this stop sign at least 100. And I didn't seen buses do it. I didn't seen everybody and their mama do it. They do basically what the police and the fire trucks and ambulance, the A car, when they put their sirens on and they're just blowing through everything. That's what these gang stalkers do all day. So along with that happening, and along with it'd probably be better if I just didn't look at the street. Um, Maybe if I soundproof my room and just canceled out all the noise, but then I still got to deal with the weapons that they can use to penetrate. And I'll show you these different weapons. I'll give you a good idea. Um, Once I get my editing skills back up, but just follow me because it's taken a while for me to even get the information. It took a while for me to even understand what I was going through, let alone get the information that um, coincides with what I'm talking about, corroborates the things that I'm saying. It pretty much lets you know that I'm clearly on point and I know exactly what I'm talking about, and it is what it is. So, first and foremost, we got people out here that are dealing on different levels of energy right now. I've always been a high vibrating individual. Um, Life's never been easy. I've always been up against something, but like I said, what is life if you're not being challenged? Nevertheless, I've always been up against something. And been able to overcome it. But coming up as a child, I felt like I had bad luck. And looking back at it, I wasn't wrong for thinking like that. There always was something there. Right. But the enemy knows the chosen ones from when they're born. So, I just thought I had bad luck back then. Never really thought that there was never under at that point in time I didn't understand a purpose or being chosen. It was just like as a kid, nothing ever went the way, it was supposed to go. For instance, like birthday parties, anything, going trick or treating, anything that normal kids would just at least have a regular day. I never had those regular days. And I feel like I was cursed, but I got used to it eventually and figured out different ways to, make things go right for myself because I got a frame of mind that, okay, maybe it's not, maybe you don't have bad luck. Maybe it's just you gotta, if you want something done, you gotta do it right. If you want something done right, you gotta do it yourself. You can't, as a child, I learned you can't depend on waiting on other people, even if you're a kid waiting for your friend's mom to come pick you up for something as simple as a birthday party because you're 9 years old and you want to go to a birthday party that you've been invited to and they said they come pick you up. And then you wait all day and you don't get picked up, which is something that happened to me a lot. I thought it was normal. And now that I'm older, I really see that there's always been a heavy heavenly presence and a heavy demonic presence that has been sent to stop me from falling into my purpose. Um, but once again, as a child, you know, you don't ever, you don't look at it like that. You know, you don't look at it like that. I don't want to get too far off track, but I just want you guys to understand where I'm at with this and why I'm 40 years old now, and my level of understanding then and what I understand now. And I can give it to you raw and uncut, and I can tell you how the enemy's moving, and that this fool is alive and well, moving around trying to stop the purpose of the chosen ones hard and fast. I mean, with a vengeance right now, especially us. Give me a minute. I'll be back. I'll be back, man. I'm gonna continue the live stream in about 15 minutes.